just getting set up here. Well, hello Star Trek fans, welcome to my first ever Star Trek Fleet Command live stream, complete with face cam. Now you all know what I look like. And a huge thanks to Fortis for helping me out with my settings. You may have seen us chewing back and forth in a previous live stream, just making sure that you all can hear me, you can all see me, and this works in general. So here we go. So I have the much maligned Borg missions ready to do. Or at least I would have if BlueStacks wanted to give me my missions, which it doesn't. What the hell is it doing there? So there's my ships, there's my defense, and there's my ops. Okay, so avoiding the darkness. So here we go. So we can start those shortly. But first of all, because this is my first ever live stream, there's currently no one watching, which is fine because I didn't advertise it because I didn't know if it would work. Let's go over me, who I am, what I've got, so you guys can get a better idea of what to expect. So in terms of ships, I've got Sally, a baby Sally. It's only 660k, so it's tier 4. And on this particular setup, I've just been hunting Klingons there for the faction event. I've got a Gorkon, I think he's tier 2, Curler and Carol. Now, I haven't got Synergy, so I haven't got Klar or is it Wolverton, because I find a guaranteed 20% uplift in weapon damage better than an occasional increase to the critical hit. Next, I've got my trusty Vaklas. So this is tier 8, so it's nearly maxed out, but I'm not prepared to pay that many rares to upgrade that shield that much, so that can bugger off. But I have got warp range because I needed it for some missions, and I'm slowly tearing it up to level 40, and that is what I am going to be doing the missions in today. Because I could do it in the Sally, but I want to do it in a ship that most people already have rather than the most powerful ship I have. Next, I've got Trusty Kamari. So again, nothing special about that particular Kamari. It's tier 7, so I could tier up the levels, but there is simply no way that I'm going to pay 23 rare or for a 1% increase in health. Are you on drugs? So no, that will remain never tiered up forever and a day. And last but not least, I've got my Horizon, which is just doing its thing. In fact, you need a bit of attention. So I am just going to hop over there briefly. In fact, no. So in terms of research, where am I up to? I'm certainly not there. So research-wise, I'm pretty far down the path. So combat, I've got the maximum I can have at 28. I do have prime PSN, but I don't have prime defenses. Explorer, level 4 to 5. Battleships, level 4 to 5. Then a couple of bits and bobs here that I will get around to. Station, I've got everything upgraded as far as you can have as at level 28. So nothing is missing there. And Galaxy Research, so I've got anywhere between 6 and 8 on these mining ones. Survey Security I got up to level 4 today, so that's added quite a lot to my protecteds. And then none of the primes there because I'm not ranked enough yet. Swarm, I've got level 1 for everything, and then again stuff up here I've got as far as you can get. So we will be doing the Borg missions in the Vaklas today because I think it's a fair representation of where most of the player base is rather than doing them in some type of ridiculous ship. But before we do that, let's just refresh this mine so I don't get popped as soon as it gets to 0. Also, we've got faction hunt on at the moment, so I may or may not stay on after the Borg missions to earn some officer tokens, but even if we don't, I've got a couple of ultras, a regular and a recruit, and then also, hang on, glasses are falling down my face. Okay, so you're now refreshed and you are 14k into a 37,000 protected, so I'm going to be able to hoover up all of this without fear of going over cap. Right, what was I saying? Okay, I was saying that I actually picked up my 30th loyalty day token today, so I'm going to smash that and I'm going to pick up those. That should help the cause. So I've got 10 more Carol, a few rares which I don't really need because I've got loads, Devore, which I don't really care about. I do care about this a lot. 100 uncommon at my level goes a long way. And on top of that, I've got my Borg Ultra Recruit tokens, picked up some 1200 premiums and some other bits and bobs. Now, makes sense that before we go out, I open some of these boxes because they might have something useful to me. So let's see if fate is smiling upon me today. So Storm, DCS, Vermont, Mara, Crass, Livis, Chang, and Kirk. Damn it, no full pulls. I really want a Pike a lot, and I'm absolutely nowhere near getting him. But still, let's do the 2 times reward. Come on, full pull on Pike. Chavnik, Curler, Storm, Borgchap, Krell, Depring, Crass, Alexander Marcus, and Kirk. Okay, so we are stuffed on that. We are not getting Pike again. Let's just smash these standards out the way. So, as expected, nothing of note. It is a regular officer, so why would there be? That's not bad. 3 stun off a regular pull. I can live with that. And basically just officer XP. But I wouldn't expect anything less. Premium. So I've got 1300. So I can do these ones. So Moreau, don't want to take her up too high if I'm really honest, because I want the Uber Pike crew, and if she gets too high, she becomes less useful. And a fairly decent set after that. Do it again. Skip that. Oh, so close. Do it this way. Again, nothing to set the world on fire there. And last but not least, I can pick up some Federation recruits. So Bones, 3 on Kirk, And oh, that's actually really good because I only have a level 2 Spock currently restoring 100% shields, and I want him up to 200 as soon as possible. But there you go. So mining sorted out, boxes opened, screen zoomed out, Vaclus selected. So let's. So I accidentally started this mission. So we're going to have to read the thing from here. So Maya, Commander, we have intercepted a transmission origin from nearby space. It appears to yield characteristics of a distress beacon. Patching it through. Next ones are Dalen. To whoever receives this message, my name is Dalen. I am an independent scientist conducting a personal research operations in independent space. A band of Corvellian raiders have put their sights on me. Even now, as I speak, they're in close pursuit. I don't think they'll stop until they tear my ship asunder for savagery and scrap. My ship contains sensitive cargo. It absolutely cannot fall into their hands. I will continue to flee, but I estimate that my ship will run out of fuel by the time I reach the Narendra system. If you're hearing this message, please respond. I'm out of time and the cargo cannot be lost under any circumstances. I urge you to consider intervening. This message will repeat. The communication repeats. This scientist, so basically go help him, which is not a shock. So let's go to the Narendra system, which can be, zoom out. This is the fancy new crystal system, which is great because if you are hostile to Klingon, you can get permanent 8,500 nodes without any hostiles. Here we go. So we've got a bit of a trick over here. So in terms of the Borg stuff, currently, so I've got rank 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously your Borg stuff starts, missions start here, and then I've also got tier 6 last night, and this will push me up to near about tier 7, or at least it will if I do today's events as well. So a 5-minute flight. Right, so I just got a message, 2 moments. Now, in terms of my opinions on the paywall for the Borg missions, my opinion is almost identical to that of Juice, Ultimate DJs, Fortis. We all say the same thing, that it's unfair that the premium rewards have been locked behind a paywall. We'd like to see that change. We're feeding it back as much as we can to the devs. But ultimately speaking, it's not our call. All we can do is what you tell us. Anything you guys want to see, any of my setups, any of my stuff, give me a shout in chat at the very least. Discord is coming soon, so you can join in on stream in voice. But I'm currently still building my own Discord server. Never had one before, never needed one. I do now. One thing I have noticed though is a lot of people complaining that the Borg missions are locked behind a paywall. And they are, there's no doubt about it. But look at how many people are arriving to do them. I mean, we are how many days after it's been launched, and look at all those ships. So it does seem that people are willing to pay for them. Now, I could understand that many people being there on the first couple of days, because you've got the people who don't mind paying, and we must say thank you to those, because without people paying there would be no game, there'd be no development, because the game wouldn't make any money. So we shouldn't be too harsh. It doesn't justify everything, mind, but we should be thankful for the people that pay. I mean, let's... Sorry, I'm still getting used to BlueStacks controls. This is pretty much the first time I've had to use it, so forgive my rubbishness. So let's have a look. We've got Bortas, we've got Sally's, but mainly Kamaras. So yeah, mission recommends that you be at least level 25. A lot of people say that's nonsense. The biggest hostiles that you encounter are 70,000, so we'll see. And I'm just going to switch over to global chats so my alliance don't say anything naughty or nonsense like that they don't want the rest of the world to see. Of course, very first message that you can see is shit, but you know, fair play. I'm just going to ignore that for now. This ship is so slow, come on. It would be nice if there were Borg ships in this mission rather than just generic hostiles. I have a sneaky feeling they're coming, but unlike some of my fellow content creators, I am not signed to an NDA, so they tell me exactly nothing. They give me exactly nothing, despite the fact I ask every single day. But there you go. I also cannot stand purples. I have to answer them. I have an inability to ignore them, so sorry if I keep clicking them and that annoys you, but that just is what it is. Come on, we must be nearly here by now. It's about time. So on my VAC list, I've got my tier 3 Kirk, my tier 2 Spock, and my tier 3 Uhura. So the legendary morale crew, so to speak. It should be good enough for what we need today. Commander, I have acquired a visual even on Delan's vessel. It will attempt to open communications with the bridge. Independent, tell me that you're here to respond to my distress call. Affirmative, Delan. We received your transmission. How may we be of assistance? Thank the Maker. I'm running on fumes here, and these Corellian ships, Corvallan ships aren't an escort party. Few more hits and I'm done for. Raising shields and preparing to engage. We need to eliminate any immediate threat from Delan's ship before it's too late. So we need to kill 10 hostiles of rank 25 or more. And of course, that's 24. So let's zoom out on this god-awful thing. And of course there's no 25s about because everybody else is killing them too. Okay, where can we go that's 25? There's not going to be any 25s in there. just go somewhere else and do it. 28. Yeah, close enough. So now we've got to kill 2 minutes 30 seconds while we hop over to this system here. I mean, with a faction hunt on as well, I imagine there's a lot of ships out killing hostiles at the moment, but it looks like we'll get 10, 25 pluses here early. Well, easy enough. Could have gone to a lesser system, but I've got a ship that can handle it, so I'm not going to panic too much about it, unless this 28 mops up all these goddamn freighters. Piss off, get off. Yeah, you heard. That's right, you just... Oh, you can kill him, I ain't bothered about him. So those of you who don't know, Ultimate DJs is hosting his Star Trek Talking Trek podcast this evening. Not 100% what time is starting it, if you check out his Discord, but it's a real good listen. Might hop on to annoy him. And he's also doing a fantastic game where you can win, amongst other things, level 28 battleships and level 30 faction miners in his new game, which is Chase the Torpedo, or Beat the Torpedo, or do something with a torpedo. I'm not entirely sure. Knowing that show, it could be anything with a torpedo, but I'd definitely tune in because it's free stuff. I'm going to tune in and I'm going to try and win free stuff. I would absolutely love a Centurion for my progression video that I'm planning, but alas, the Romulans really don't like me. They don't like me. 2 million. Klingons aren't far behind, to be fair. They also hate me. Federation, yeah, they're a fan. I'm about halfway to faction lock-in. Oh, shit. Come on, pay attention. Right, well, we'll not be attacking that battleship. We can smash this out. I think this is someone's hostile, isn't it? Let's make someone's day by getting rid of their hostile for them. Or not. Goddamn hate some events when you're trying to get stuff done. You know there's no prospect I'm getting this 27. $66k. Can you imagine a 66k bought us? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Now the reason I'm going for freighters, as many of you know if you're watching this, they've only got one weapon as opposed to the 3 of the Porters. This guy better not beat me. How the fuck is he beating me to that? He's not even got Clara's captain, but his ship is 19 times faster than me, and it's 2 levels pissing lower. Stay calm. Don't hyperventilate. And there's quite literally no hostiles left in this system at all. Okay, I concede this system is shit for farming hostiles. So let's go for a different one. Come on, game. What's in here? Screw it, that'll do. No, that's not the button I pressed. So this is full of, yeah, these are gonna pop for fun. This guy here is just farming hostiles. Now I made a video about this farming assassin spawns to rank up, but I think Scopely have popped in a stealth nerf because I can never get more than 4 or 5 assassin spawns to enter a system, after which they just stop going, so leaving them out overnight is reasonably pointless. So I'll have to come up with something new for that, but that's a video for another day. I need to experiment with other stuff first. That literally didn't touch anything, didn't touch the sides. This is all good experience for the Vacless as well, because I'm on level 37 and it can get up to level 40. Fine, you have it. Really should have warned my alliance they were going to be on TV and that they should play nicely. Now today's Borg event, of course, is another round of Faction Hunt. Now, I absolutely love Faction Hunt because of the officer XP it gives you and the fact that you're guaranteed at least 3, if not 4 in some instances, ultra pulls just from completing the missions, and I desperately need officers at my level. So even without the Borg missions, they are definitely worth investing some time in. And depending on how long these missions take, we may or may not get to see some, and I'll run through what setups I use. They're not miraculous. You'll have seen them before, but it's always nice to see that you're doing something right. No, I don't want the planet. Still don't want the planet. Still don't want the planet. Ah, it's a pain in the ass with this UI. And the man from Del Monte, he said, boom. Independent fool, lower your weapons and back down. We will not relinquish our prey to the likes of you. You will cease your ingress and return to your own business, or you will be destroyed. The time for you to decide is now. I will not submit to ultimatums from your kind. There will be nothing left but smoking bones and debris. It's a fucking hologram, it doesn't have bones. Ritz Corp found, Independent. What? Right. Defeat this sausage. So in we come. Looks like everyone else is defeating him too. I think the longest part of these missions is just flying in between. And I'm a long way off getting upgraded warp speed for all of my ships, just surveys for the moment. Although I am quite pleased it's definitely worth doing your survey security, because earlier on today the protected cargo on my horizon was level 34. Sorry, level 34, nonsense. 34k, and just by doing the protected it's jumped it up to 37k. That's a big deal. Certainly for me at least. Although whilst we're waiting, I know that some of my fellow content creators have mentioned it before, but what does this actually mean? +1 refining to 3-star crystal. What does that actually mean? So people have done tests on before and after getting prime refining, and there's some debate whether it actually works or not. But as far as descriptions go as what it actually does, that sucks. I mean, everything else is pretty self-explanatory. So targeting USS Franklin is increased accuracy against swarms. That's very clear about what it actually does. That's bollocks. So it would be nice to get some better descriptions in there. Just amusing, just a thought. So back to Narendra. Normally this place is teeming with 25s, but obviously not today. People have been hoovering them up. I should have brought a drink up. And it's obvious that I got a green screen behind me because there's nothing behind me, but it's way closer than you'd actually think. It keeps touching the back of my head. As I say, chaps, feel free to ask any questions in chat you want answering. I'll answer them if I can. If not, I think Fortis is on, an experienced Star Trek Fleet Command player. Sure, he'll be able to help you out. No, they're looking for bases to rob, so we'll keep that private. At least that ship model is unique. Goodbye. The remaining Corvallan vessels seem to be making a retreat from the system. I will attempt to contact Dylan once again. Independent, that was damn fine display of power. No, it wasn't. I can't say I blame those Corvallan for turning tail and getting out of here. My ship is being held together with a wish and a prayer. Duct tape, way better. We need to get out of here before more of those chaps show up. Imbeciles return and try to finish the job. I've only just met you, but I feel like you're someone to be trusted. I know a quiet place on whatever the hell that says, where I can hide. Could you watch over me and make sure I arrive there in one piece? You strike me as the inquisitive type. I have something in my cargo bay that you're going to want to see. Tell us where to go. We have to do this. Escort him to wherever the hell that is. Basically, go there. Another 3 minutes. And once again, look at the amount of ships here. Now, most of these chaps will have paid to get these missions, but some of them might have been able to earn them with a combination of points from events, and if they're really lucky in the top alliances on the server, maybe even earn them through that, but mostly pay. I believe that the mod team, the community team, have been quite clear that just doing the events alone, you will not unlock the Borg recon missions without buying. I wonder what's for sale at the moment. Oh, these are back, so massive value. So let's see what's different. So were I to buy an interceptor pack, I'd get 16k platinum, 545 crystal, which I desperately need. Tritanium I've got enough of, but hey, you can never have too much, and a bunch of stuff that I don't really care about. So what is the regular pack? There isn't a regular pack. Of course there isn't. But if I was to buy this one... Oh yeah, so you're getting a lot more... Well, you're getting 200 more uncommons, which... not bad. But not for me today, unfortunately. Need to be my birthday before that happens. Now, if you didn't see at the beginning of the stream, because no one in the world knew it was about to start, I unlocked my 30-day chest today. So let's pick these up first. Oh yay, 2-star battleship parts, I need those. Crystal, how much have I got? No, I wish that was 3-star for the last not. So I've got 1400 ore, 113 rares, I didn't notice that. Gas, 1300, it's not bad, and 33 rares. But this is the bane of my life at the moment, having a Horizon and a Sally to upgrade. But 119 rares, I would love it. Absolutely love it if they could introduce a marketplace where you could downtrade these. Game that I play is Elite Dangerous. They have something called a material trader where you could take your top tier materials, in this case it's rare refined crystal, and you could trade it in for like one rare refined crystal for, let's say, 50 uncommon. That would solve a lot of problems. I don't think they'll ever do it because it will mess with their revenue model, but thought's a nice one. Here we are at what's that, Quailor 11, 9, something. Quailor 9. I'm sure we'll be safe here. There's enough bustle in this system to mask our activities. Dylan, you mentioned that your ship contained cargo which could be of interest to us. Ah yes, of course. Set your eyes upon my marvel. My independent friend, it's unlike anything you've ever seen. Behold, my greatest discovery, a living cybernetic humanoid. And there we go. Part 1 complete. Dylan, can you explain what this is? Why, it's an unconscious man being held in your brig. I would have expected an A out of your caliber to be more observant. Look at the sheer number of cybernetic augmentation adorning his entire body, such a sophisticated exoplating. Pieces of his body have been completely replaced. One of his arms seems to have been amputated and replaced with some sort of functional prosthetic. Fascinating. Observe the array of implants along the edge of his cranium and the sheer sophistication of the eyepiece. This is some of the most advanced cybernetic technology I've ever seen. Nope, Captain Archer saw it. Your enthusiasm does not adequately explain how this man came into your captivity. Ah yes, allow me to explain. While conducting my usual business near whatever that system is, I stumbled across a distress beacon quite unlike anything I've intercepted before. Arriving at the point of origin on the surface of Aguilon Prime, I was greeted with the sight of a wrecked vessel. Seemed to be a scouting ship of some kind. The hull was quite peculiar. At the base of the wreckage I found our friend, still emanating vital signs. He was accompanied by others that adorned the same technology, but I'm afraid they may have perished. If we're going to understand anything about the survivor, we need to go back to the source. Please return to that stupid place and investigate. I will map the coordinates of the crash site. I need you to salvage some scrap from the wreckage. I'm particularly interested in any cybernetic fragments similar to those attached to this man, and they may be strewn around the site. This will help my research and understand the technology in keeping them alive. Hurry, Commander. Still not going to give me have it in this one, are you? Deal with the devil. Go to that place, and what's it going to give us? It's going to give us 5 uncommon, 3-star, thankfully, and whatever that is. Cybernetic thing. Deal with the devil. Dun dun dun. So, winner. What have I won? What have I won? What have I won? Some Borg points and some stuff. Right, another 3-minute journey here. Imminent threat. So I've completed stage 1. I'm gonna be up until the late hours of the morning doing this. Oh well, who needs sleep when you can get Borg points? In terms of the event store now, I do have the capacity to collect some of these. Now, Scopely did not gift me the premium pack. I bought it, but not on purpose. I thought the pack was for the missions, much like the Mirror Universe ones. My own fault. I didn't read the description. I just took what I'd learnt before, thought it was the same thing, and bought it by accident, but bought it nonetheless. Thankfully, it was only £20. I spend more on pizza and beer, so for me, it's not a huge investment. It would have been nice if I'd have got it free, but hey ho, there you go. So warm being under all of these home studio lights. I did not plan on this. I wonder what makes ships dance in the server code. Almost there. So when you're reading the mission subtext when they come up, do you just read them in your head in the voice that they are, or do you have a very specific voice that each person has? Whenever I see Spock, of course, I can picture Chris Pine's voice in my head for Spock, I actually go to Leonard Nimoy as opposed to Zachary Quinto. And whenever I see Maya, the AI, I have the next generation computer voice in my head. That's how I read it anyway. And we're about to get some more reading. Commander, we are being hailed by a nearby vessel. It seems that Delenn did not anticipate any other presence here. Patching through. Greetings, Commander. My name is Quinton. Who are you? What business do you have here? We are merely here to conduct a basic salvage operation. We have no intention of encroaching on your business. Ah, let me guess. You're here to rummage through the remains of that weird-looking ship that crashed on that place. I'm afraid you've been beaten to the punch. What do you mean? That wreck has already been picked clean, and by the time I got down there, all that was left was a few of those scrapped, broken hardware. Someone already done your job. This is unexpected. If you would be so kind as to hand over the scrap, we'll be on our way. Don't make me laugh. It may just be scrap, but scrap smells something about the right pie. If you want these fragments, you're not getting them for free. In fact, I have a job for you. State your proposition, Quinton. Not Quinto. Clearly didn't get that from Star Trek 2009. We are in a hurry. Get yourself over to Gamet. There you'll find a Federation vessel patrolling the system. The captain of the ship goes by the name of Farrell. Captain Farrell has been a thorn in my side for too long. He seems to be on a personal crusade to stop my operations within Federation space. Deal with him for me and you will get your scrap. Come see me on Bosfena in the whatever the hell that says system, and the task will be complete. What are we up against? We're up against a charging warp. Fine. Oh, nope, just got to go there. That's not the actual ship. That's a mission marker. I need to raise this chair up. I'm very small in comparison to this desk. Shuffle up. Oh. Be something good. Not bad. I always love getting latinum in chests. I think the most I've ever made in a day from free chests is about 300 latinum. That's fine. Talk amongst yourselves whilst I'm quiet. Finally in system. Once upon a time that would have been a lot to me. Thank God for tokens, that's all I can say. Independent vessel, state your business. Why have you decided to visit Gament today? Kick your ass, buddy. We come bearing a warning. You will cease your interference with independent service operations within this and other nearby Federation systems. It's a bit harsh. They are the Federation in Federation space. Utterly pathetic. If you think you can travel beyond Federation borders and issue demands to Starfleet officers, you're sorely mistaken. Stand down and prepare to be taken into custody. Commander, I would suggest immediate engagement with Captain Farrell's vessel before he has chance to act. Where is he? Is he invisible? Just find him this way. So he's got a 44k Sally. We should be alright. Goodbye, Captain Farrell. Look at that, barely scratched the paint. Captain Farrell has been disabled. Nope, I'm pretty sure I saw it blow up. I did not see any reason to destroy the ship. Our message has been sent loud and clear. You should return to that place and pick up the scrap. It's vital we return to the cybernetic fragments to Delenn as soon as possible. And off we go. A couple of Alliance buddies doing the same thing. Where are we here? Didn't even know. I was almost at my home base there. I always recall when I first started the game, I picked up a mission where the very final point was to deliver something to Vulcan, but it was just so far out of the warp range I had at that time. I was like, why the hell are you letting level 14 pick up a mission that you cannot complete till level 20? And now, of course, I have missions to kill 4 or 5 million power ships, which I'm equally screwed on, but just for very different reasons. So not as many people on this particular checkpoint. I mean, this guy's doing it in this horizon, and why not, eh? I'm not entirely sure how Star Trek Fleet Command friendly that name is, but it's made me laugh. Oh, naughty boy. You'll be getting banned if they see that. Well, now independent, I see you're still in one piece, or should I assume our mutual problem has been taken care of? Your assumptions are correct, Quinton. The issue has been dealt with. Excellent. Or the Emperor would say, excellent. Our chance meeting today has proven to be beneficial to us both. Fine then, take your scrap. To be honest, I had no use for it anyway. But at least I know we both got what we wanted. Until next time, independent. Oh, come on, I'm going to get to do my thing. Commander, it has not been as straightforward as we originally anticipated. The cybernetic fragments are now in our possession. We should return them to that chap in that place immediately. We still have time to help the survivors of the wreckage. No, you don't want to do that. They're not very nice. Deliver them to that chap at this place where all them people are. I guess I'm using this on BlueStacks for the first time. Literally everything is brand new. Thankfully, they have all stopped showing us brand new messages as well. This is unusual. EU server 39, all being in words I can understand. It's normally in languages that unfortunately I cannot speak. It's quite pleasant to see. Well, pleasant that I can actually read it, should I say. Nothing wrong with typing in a language that I don't understand. I'm just being nosy at other people's ships now. I like to see the different configurations. I can't scan any of them. Someone really doing the mission in an envoy. I can't see it now, but I know I just clicked on one. There you go. Well done, mate. Well done. And here we are at last. What splendiferous dialogue will we get here? There you are. Where have you been? Doing your work, twatbag. Commander, I am at my wit's end waiting for you here. Well, have a beer. I thought the worst had happened. Our apologies. A scavenger by the name of Quinton had arrived at the wreckage before us. He insisted the wreckage had been scouted and cleared before his arrival. As a result of this, our yield of cybernetic fragments may not be as much as you required. We'll just have to make it work quickly and hand them over. Get to work immediately. So, I don't know, donate something. Thank you. This may not be enough to complete our studies, but it will do for now. I'm sure you're tired of all of this. You should return home and get some rest. Yeah, because I'm 12. And be in touch with any developments that may arise. So, return to your station. So, a neat little trick for anybody that doesn't know it. In theory, you think we have to go all the way home, but we don't. We simply go home, pop out one of our ships that is home, tell it to return, and we complete that mission. We didn't have to fly all the way home. The cache of fragments you have provided have been extremely useful. I noticed similarities between the number of the fragments and the series of implants along the edge of the survivor's cranium. After careful study, it is my belief that these cranial implants amount to some type of myoneurocortical array. It's my educated guess that this cortical array is responsible for the control movement of the survivor's body, as well as other base functions, almost like a replacement for the brain itself. Dun, dun, dun. This has been an utterly fascinating discovery. However, it also yields certain disturbing implications. Does the survivor control his own movements and actions, or does somebody else? No, the Borg Queen does it. I've also observed the presence of a neural transceiver. This man's implants allow him to receive communique from outside parties. Combined with other components that make up the cortical array, it is my estimation that this man is capable of receiving and acting on orders under the control of another. This would imply that he's nothing more than a tool. It's a bit rude. Or some type of cybernetic drone. While the evidence points to this theory, I won't know for certain until I can talk to the man myself. Give me the stuff. Commander, these latest developments are fascinating. I truly believe I'm on the verge of understanding more about our cybernetic friend here. The technology adorning this man and keeping him alive is unlike anything I've ever seen, and I for one consider myself well versed in the means and benefits of cybernetic augmentation. I need to know more about him, who he is, where he came from, and how and why he arrived here. Everything! However, I found myself in somewhat of a quandary regarding my research. My capabilities are limited by the tools and technology available to me. I need hardware specifically tailored to cybernetic research and development, and I just know where to get it. In the Draken system, you will find Valdor Outpost, a hive of Romulan activity. The Romulans harbour a well-known interest in cybernetic research, especially Data's daughtery kind of thing. I actually like the new Picard. I'll have nothing bad said about it on my channel. Go to them, plead to their better nature, that won't work, as fellow scientists, and acquire the components and hardware listed in the inventory I'm currently transmitting to you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I promise you, we are on the cusp of magnificent discovery. The reward will far outweigh the risk. Where are we going? So we're going to get a choice on this particular mission. I guess we're either going to have to donate resource or blow them up. Either way, 5 minutes. Oh no, wrong ship, wrong ship, wrong ship. It's still 5 minutes. God. No, it's not. It's 1 minute. Yay! I like 1 minute better than 5 minutes. No, stop reading Alliance chat on the live stream. It's a fairly low level system. Even if we do get a hostile, it doesn't really matter. But this is one of my gripes about the game, especially missions. So we're going to arrive in this system. The Romulans don't like us. It's going to fire a hostile at us. Now, in this particular set of circumstances, it's not a problem because my Vacless can take it all day long from this particular type of hostiles in this system. But in a high level one, when you're trying to read the text and you've got a 4 billion assassin spawn sat on top of you, you don't get time to read it. And sure, you can go back and read it later, but it's not the same. Now, I don't know exactly how it would work if they could turn off assassin spawns when you're going to mission marker points, but it would be nice. And then sometimes assassin spawns just don't happen like that, which is useful. So we can read the messages. You there, state your business. Valdor Outpost is not a refueling depot for wayward travellers. I mean no disrespect. We understand the Romulan Star Empire is most adept in the development and research of cybernetic technology, and also possess necessary hardware. We have come to you today in the hopes that we can broker a deal to purchase some of this technology in order to aid our own research. Your own research. And why should the Empire contribute to the efforts of a lowly independent? What do we have to gain from this venture? Nothing. This is not an attempt to contribute anything to the prosperity of the Empire. It's clear to us that the contribution as such would not be required nor requested of us. However, it is our hope that as a fellow scientist you would be willing to aid a fellow academic in their pursuit of knowledge. We will gladly pay in order to receive this technology. An interesting proposal, you say. Independent, transmit your required inventory list, but know this, Independent, the Romulan Star Empire does not deal in charitable donations. We can produce the items on your list for you, however, in return, you will either pay a high price or perform a service. Make your choice. So what have we got? We can either have 50 speed ups of an indeterminate value, or 26 uncommon. Now we already have 1300 and odd on uncommon gas, I could use the speed ups more. So what are we doing? Perform a service. Yeah, fair enough, yeah, services. Recently, Tal Shiar uncovered intelligence of a rogue inform amongst our ranks. A sub-commander by the name of... that word. She has, or he, has been supplying information on the Romulan military intelligence to the highest bidder. The Empire will not tolerate such a degree of treachery. According to the latest reports, she was last seen in the Renault system. Go there, dispose of him. See, you assumed his gender. Consider this a small gesture of gratitude for the Empire entertaining your request. Contact me once done, not a moment before. Get it done. Independent. So go there, kill him. Reet. Oh, we've not been to this particular one before. Probably because there's nought in it worth our time. Yeah, it's not too bad. Apologies if I keep looking around the screen. As I say, this is my first ever live stream and I'm just checking all the settings are doing what they're supposed to be doing, which they appear that they are. That light up there, which you can't see, is burning my face off, but there's a problem for later. And that is doing that. Gonna notch that up a bit. Right. Yeah, absolutely fine. So another 12k on top of that before I need to bother with that. How much have I got in general? Ooh, this game. So let's see what the refinery feels like giving us today. Oh, nice pull. 11 uncommon, 36 and 3 rares. Nice. Crystal. Yeah, could be better. There's a one we need the most. And oh, that's a nice pull on uncommon. No rares though. Otherwise that would have been a sweet ass pull. Right, where are we going? Just play the stupid zoom out game. Or not, let's not play the zoom out game. Okay, let's play the skip to it. Right, so once again we don't appear to have picked up a hostile. Where's my ship? Is it an invisible ship? Ah, bollocks. I just sent the... And relax. I'm sure we can recover. Oh, we can't, can we? Because as soon as we go back into that pissing system, we'll pick up a hostile which we can't defeat. Oh well, I lost that crystal node through my own stupid fault. Just something I'll have to live with. Bollocky, bollocky, bollock twats. Oh well, I've got enough for tomorrow, that's all that counts. So I'll just send it home. Commander, I've acquired visual combination of the target. We should strike now, while an attack is unexpected, raising shields and preparing to engage. Where's it at? Just do it this way. And in the immortal words of John McClane, Yippee-ki-yay, mother sausage. You shall get demonetized for that. You're using our intellectual property. Target is eliminated. I have open communications with Seldina and informed of this development, patching in through to the bridge now. Splendid. Transaction is now complete. Leave us be. Where is the hardware? We have upheld our end of the bargain. You will receive the technology when the Romulan Star Empire is ready to relinquish it to you. Independent Kerr. Question our methods again at your own risk. You'll be contacted in due time. Now leave us. We will not ask again. Very well, Commander. We should return to and update him on this end. He may be displeased. We have exhausted all the options here. All the bloody way back here. I am surprised. I suppose I couldn't really add the woman whose name I can't remember, Tasha Yar's daughter. It's not Selena, but it's something very like that. But that would put her out of time, wouldn't it? Although she did go back in time, so she would have been around at this time, so they could very well use her in context of the story. Oh, they can't really say that, because in context of the story, the USS Kelvin is not more powerful than the USS Enterprise, because they're about 25 years apart. In theory, the Enterprise should kick the Kelvin's ass, but they just kind of picked continuity up and put it in the bin when it came to that. It'd be like saying that the Enterprise D was in some fashion superior to the Enterprise E, which it's not. Although while watching a clip of Enterprise, the Vaclus does actually appear in one of the episodes, and I was considering pinching it to make some nice video footage, but it's likely CBS will claim the content if I do. We'll see. And I think that is going to bring to a close our second Borg mission. Oh, you're back. How did the engagement with the Romulans go? Should I prepare... Excuse me. Should I begin to prepare the lab to receive the consignment of hardware? Unfortunately not. Despite our efforts, the hardware was not currently available. However, the trade has been completed, and we have their word that the technology will soon be available. Damn it. Well, thank you for trying. I just hope that your trust in the Romulans upholding their end of the bargain was not misplaced. The cache of cybernetic has all been. We may need to acquire some more before I can fully understand the workings of the cybernetic enhancements. It's the Borg. Full study of these components requires a certain degree of deconstruction. I fear that any sort of tampering or removal of the components from the survivor will compromise his fragile state. Fortunately, we may have a new lead. My long-range scans have picked up a signal from within the Yado system, a focal point of Klingon activity. Characteristics of this signal are incredibly similar to the broadcast sent from the wreckage of the vessel where the survivor was found. I would urge you to investigate the source of this signal, my friend. We may discover others like our guest here and finally begin to understand his origins. The trespasser, go here. Oh my god, 3 minutes. Right, I am going to very quickly grab a glass of water whilst I uncomfortably shuffle out of this incredibly cramped room in this tiny chair. I'll be back in a minute. Ow. And I'm back. With a minute and 30 seconds to go. Well, 3 viewers currently watching. Thank you for showing up to my first ever live stream. 3's better than none. It could be worse. I could be sat talking to myself. Right, so here we go. We've finally picked up a hostile, or we're going to. Now, of course, at this particular level, it can't hurt us. I'm not bothered if we get hit, but if we imagine this was a level 35 mission system, you have to pretty much skip through the text really quick, and it breaks the immersion. Here we go, there's level 76 coming steaming. I didn't read that bloody bit. Interloper, you have crossed into our boundaries and you are now residing in militarized Klingon space. Unsanctioned, you will lower your shields and submit yourself to our custody at once. Commander, the Klingons are not renowned for their compassion towards prisoners and captives. We need to fight our way out of Yaddo. That chap doing this faction mission in his level 24 just killed a hostile for us. Cheers, buddy. Defeat 10 Oh, Jesus. I mean, thankfully there are some 25s in this system, but doesn't help that people are doing faction hunt missions as well. But at least we don't have to leave the system. And we can pop 26s all day long. And bags us 364 XP, which is not too bad, to be fair. I find you get more XP for killing your preferred hostile in the battle triangle. So let's have a look and see if my assertion is correct. No, please be killing the 24. Please kill the 24. Please kill the 24. Thank you. And then don't kill the 26. Come on. Come on. So, let's check. So for this 26, we are going to bag ourselves 169 XP. Oh, you absolute shite bag. And you're going to beat us to that. Don't need that. And you're going to... Why are you killing 26s? Absolutely tedious. Okay, we're not going to kill them in this system. Let's just take my piss. So, what's it looking like in here? All 24s here. 26. Yeah, okay, so we might be better off in here. Because there are enough people in this system killing hostiles because of the event, but just have to live with that. So you're level 24, so that is almost certainly going to be that invisible type of ship that you can't see. I'm guessing it's a Akira. I need to know now. Yeah. Curler. Shiver. Chang. That's an interesting crew choice there. Two level 31s going steaming through a system. What are you guys up to? I know exactly what you're up to. Let's see what they're pinching. What they're getting. Ooh, that's what they're after. Right. We'll be better off tackling that. What have I won? Alright, I think I've reached a milestone in the event without even trying. Cool. have it. I don't know what sort of whatever that word sent you to do their dirty work at this point. I don't care. Your actions here today will not go unpunished. Independent. Look among the debris and the wreckage of my fallen brothers. They travel to Stovo Core. May the flames of your destruction light their path. Defeat this chap here, who lives in this system here, who is not going to last long in one of those. Although I never understand why they've got these generic looking bad guys here in Klingon ships, bearing in mind that I was talking to a Klingon. It would be nice if the art department at Scopely did soup them up, corrected those pictures. I wonder how many an envoy part, yay. Nope, still quite a way off. I know the officer pull. We'll have 3 by the end of the evening now. Anyway, goodbye. The Klingon captain has been disposed of. Bit racist. We only disabled the Federation chap, but apparently we destroyed this guy. We should take this brief opportunity to recall to your station and repair the fleet. I will inform Dallin of these developments upon your return. I don't really care about that. So again, we're going to pull the station trick because we're not flying all the way home for that. Commander, your AI informed me of the events that transpired in Yaddo. I must say, this is indeed a disappointment. I truly believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough. Regardless, I will attempt to remain optimistic. The survivor's life signs are stable, and discovering of the Yaddo signal proves that there are others like him out there. Mark my words, I will not stop until I have discoveries of who these people are and how they discovered this cybernetic technology. Even we don't know that, and we watch Star Trek. The Borg origins have never been explained in canon. There are many fan theories about it, and there's a billion YouTube videos on it, but no one actually knows. Trespasser is done. Commander, we may be in luck. I just received intelligence regarding the disappearance of the wreckage. The word is the Orion Syndicate was spotted scouting the system around that time. The Orion Syndicate, with the females with huge, are not interested in scientific worth of their find. They understand nothing but monetary gain. I'm certain we will be able to acquire the pieces of wreckage for them. I know it's a lot to ask. Go to Orion Prime and inquire about the purchase of the remains of the wreckage for them. As far as I'm concerned, our investors are purely academic. They mustn't know about the survivor. I am worried enough thinking about what they did with the bodies of the deceased crew. So again, we're going to have a choice to make. I imagine it will be steal it, or do some type of assassination mission, or just buy it. Look, I won something else as well. What have I won this time? Imminent threat. Oh, Borg stuff. 10k tokens. Oh, where does that put me now? I'm only 9,000 points away from the next level. I should do that by the end of these missions. What can I upgrade on this ship? Warp range, that'll give me 36. And the gun, which is just necessary for tearing up. Don't actually need a gun on that ship. Oh bollocks, I've sent the wrong pissing ship again. Right, 3 minutes and 20 seconds till we get there. For those that are just joining us, these are the Borg missions, done in a fairly standard VACLAS. Although this evening we have seen people doing the missions in an envoy. So if that tells you everything you need to know about how difficult they are. I've done my very best to narrate them in the worst voice possible. And we're just playing the waiting game whilst we get between the systems. So far we've seen about 44,000 and we are on almost the last leg of the imminent threat mission. So yeah, I would say it's probably going to top out about 50k. So it's entirely plausible that in a top-end envoy you could complete the missions. The hardest part, when I say hardest part, will be missions where you need to kill 10 hostiles of a certain level. Depending on what research you've got done and what crew you have, you may have to go and repair your envoy. I wouldn't recommend doing it in one, but a Kira, a VACLAS, or even a high-level Tala should be enough. Sorry, I have an inability not to press the purple helps. I can't sit and leave them like other people do. I have to get them. And here we go. What are they going to make us do for this? And what rewards are we going to get for it? I'll show you in a minute. Welcome to Orion Prime Independent. We regularly see your kind around here, but I'm afraid you're too late to participate in today's auction. Come back another time. We have actually come regarding a different matter. We have received word that the Orion Syndicate may know something about, or something regarding, the disappearance of a wreckage on the surface of Algeron Prime. Can you confirm this intel? We would like to purchase a salvage of the wreckage of this. We'd like to buy it. Perhaps I can, perhaps I can't. What would the likes of you want with such things? We are conducting research into the durability of different hull materials exposed to different impacts. We are willing to pay for all materials recovered from the site. Sounds like something I wouldn't have the slightest interest in, but I'm also not finding much use for this scrap. Maybe we can work out a mutually beneficial arrangement. Before we proceed, may I ask what has become of the bodies recovered in the wreckage? Bodies? There were no bodies. Nothing but the wreckage of some weird shuttlecraft. Our guess is it was an unmanned scouting ship. I assumed you're still interested. No bodies? This is an unusual development, but yes, we are still interested. Great. Let's cut to the chase. I am not interested in your money. I know you're more than capable of taking care of yourself out there. You're going to provide a service for us. In the Han system, you'll find a troublesome insect known as Amira, or however that's spelled. A regular reporter of syndicate activities in Federation space. She has been a thorn in our side for long enough. Get rid of this nuisance and return with confirmation of the services rendered, and you'll receive your scrap. So let's pick up this token. This is my Saladin, so it is 643,000 with a crew of Gorkon, Curler and Carol, with a few of these chaps underneath. I'm purposely not using the Saladin because I wanted to do these missions in a ship that most people are likely to have, as opposed to my strongest ship. Intercept this chap here doing whatever he's doing here. Oh, not that goddamn ship again! This one. Another 4 minutes. So I've currently been streaming for 1 hour and 38 minutes. So depending on how these mission trees go, I'd say that the imminent threat business will be done in about 2 hours. Officers are strong for your level. Did you buy prime officers? Yes, I have prime officers. Of all the primes in the game that you could buy, I think the two most important are prime hulls, because nothing in this game is more important than hull strength. So officers, shields, if you're alive you can still keep fighting. And then the next most important thing is officers. They make a massive difference. I'm not really a strong PvP player, so I don't really know too much about that. I can recommend setups. I'm not a stranger to it, but I don't enjoy it. I have prime officers primarily for the missions and hostile grinding. That's what I enjoy doing the most. Not that I'm scared of PvP. If someone comes along, one and makes a fuss, they'll get a fuss back, but it's not my go-to. No, I desperately want Pike. Right at the beginning of the video, I opened a few ultra officer tokens I got from my 30-day chest and just general gameplay, and alas, 0 Pike tokens. Let's cadets, no shock there. So I've got Epic Kirk, Gorkon, Nero, Carol, Marcus and Crass, but I don't have Khan, Chauvinik, Kang, Mitchell, Pike, and nobody's got Jailer. Although I really wish that they would tell us what she's going to do. and I would really like it if she was a swarm specialist, because not everybody has or wants to upgrade the Franklin, so it would be nice if she would have some swarm abilities. Not got him yet, meant to be a game changer. Yes, I have also heard that the Pike, Moreau, and then either Talan or Chen, depending on what you're fighting, is an absolute monster crew for building rank. So Pike and Moreau is going to basically reduce the incoming fire from enemy traders, and let's face it, traders are what you're going to be hitting for the rank up because they offer the most rank points, and Chen is going to absorb their or reduce their energy weapon damage. So yes, if you want to get into faction lock-in and lock them in place, then that is the crew to have. But unfortunately, Pike is an absolute sod, and his chance of dropping seems to be nought for me, which is a pain in the arse. Commander, we are being hailed from a nearby vessel. The ship appears to bears no Federation insignia. This must be Amira. Greetings, Independent. I am quite hot. What brings you to the hand system today? Are you the one that goes by the name of Amira? Very same. How may I help you? We have come here today on behalf of the Iron Syndicate. Your continued interruptions and interference with our operations will not be tolerated. Wait, are you here? Are you locking targets on my ship? Orion Syndicate are a cabal of morally corrupt slavers and murderers. I am doing nothing more than protecting myself and my people. Back on whatever that says. The people of the weird planet are my family. We would sooner die than allow you to fall in the hands of the Syndicate. Please, you have to understand, Commander. Perhaps there is another way to deal with this matter. It depends what you're going to offer me. So, I can either have 160 grade 3 battle parts. Bollocks, I didn't mean to do that. Amira, the Orion Syndicate have marked you for death. They will not stop until this contract has been executed. If we let you go now, you may have to go into hiding. That's totally fine. I can get word back to my people on that place that I won't be around for a while. I know a place that I can hide out. There is another issue. We will require fragments from your ship hull, particularly any scraps bearing identifying registry and numbers of insignia. To prove the Syndicate you are dead. I know what I've got to do. Come with me to Dirkman. As soon as I am on the ground and safe and assistant, you can target the ship and blast away what you need. It's about time I upgraded anyway. I don't even know which choice I made. Escort the target to the safe location, which is here, and off we go. Why is everything exactly 3 minutes away? Okay. Oh, I already know where I am. Why am I looking? Again. Where is Dirkman? It's definitely Federation space. Oh, look, it's next door to where I live. I don't need to repair this Vacless. I think I'll be doing it on one lot of hull, but I could, if I wanted, take the opportunity to repair. That's where we're going. And it looks like, for the first time since I started streaming, doing these missions, we're going to arrive at a mission planet or target that other people are not currently doing. So either I'm ahead of the curve, or people have gone to bed. What time are we on? It's 10 to 10, at least in the UK. Come on, Latinum. We love the Latinum. Boo. Okay, I'm a safe distance away from the ship. What do you need me to do? Amira, are you sure this is your desired course of action? You'll be stranded on the surface of Zopa until help arrives. Yes, you're going to blast my ship to pieces either way. I'd rather not be on board when you do it. Get word back to Weird Place that this should turn this day. Very well, Commander. Target vessel has been destroyed. Beaming piece of your hull. We should... Bollocks, I really wish I hadn't chosen that option. I would have preferred the Tritanium. Oh well. Five minutes? 5 bloody minutes? Yeah, I could get out and walk faster. So, one tip I could offer you when doing these missions, if you haven't already done them, is take another ship to the mission start point. So when you have to return to this point, you can just hop them on and off. What's the top alliance on your server? I think, yeah, so, no, I'm on, I think, and it was, no, I'm 139. So, oh, wrong button. If you are on the same server as me, QCon and or Sun should be the top alliance, depending on when you press the right button. So in terms of power, there's Sun, QCon, well, yeah, so Sun, the top of the leaderboards. Yeah, but if I had Helvia on the bridge, then I wouldn't have my preferred morale crew. Not like it'd make a difference. There's no prospect any of the ships in this particular mission could destroy us, even if we had a mixed crew, but I like it when it looks pretty. And I'm in no desperate rush. My throat may be running out of words. I haven't been back to this system in a long time. Used to farm hostiles in here, and I used to think that was strong. Thanks for popping by. It's always nice to know that it's working well, and many more to come. Have a good evening. Yeah, I'm going to call it quits when I get to the end of these Borg missions as well. Taking a little bit longer than I thought they would, which is not a problem. I enjoy doing them, but Being English, I am desperate for a cup of tea and a slice of toast. Right, so it looks like we've got a little bit of server lag here. My ship is showing as arrived, but I'm 20 seconds away. You again. Assume your obligations have been upheld. Correct. We have several scraps of the target hull on board our cargo bay as proof. If required, it's now the time for the syndicate to unhold theirs. Haha, very nice, Independent. I am relieved that this nuisance has been taken care of. Our operations in hand can now resume as planned. Here, take your scraps that you seem to hold in such high regard. Now be gone. I have matters to attend to. Thank you, twatbag. I'll put these to good use. See you later, alligator. Independent vermin, it's about time I ran into you again. Captain Farrell, you are? That's right, still alive, no thanks to you. You're going to help me test out the strength of the weapons on this new ship. Captain Farrell, please see sense and cease your ingress. Another battle between us will be beneficial to neither of us. I must inform you that we are an independent operator working on a contract as a matter of mutual interest. I believe we can provide you with the identity of one proprietor. Oh, yeah. There's a bigger fish in this pond then. I should have assumed as much. Who was a dirtbag who gave you the order? I want their name now. Scavenger by the name of Quinton. We last sighted him in the vicinity of that place. Quinton, that little wretch. I am well versed in his idiocracy. Please come with me, show me where he is, and so to help you if you're lying. I won't hesitate to blast you into pieces. Bollocks, you can't touch us. Swift reprisal, 34 uncommon ore. It's not too bad. Not really much else to do in these long flights. I've been rabbiting on for just about 2 hours now. For those 2 people still watching, thanks for sticking with. I guess you really want to see how these Borg missions end. I had to say it's recommended Ops 25 and I'm Ops 24. Yeah, well, I guess they looked at high 25s and low 25s. When I was level 25, there were lots of people that were just pushing rank to get to 26 to unlock ships, and they'd missed off a lot of research, so they may have found it difficult, but yeah, it's a bit of a stretch. I'm glad this chair reclines. If I could get it to move. Ah, shit. That's not what I had in mind. Forgot about stupid green screen. Okay, new plan. Don't sit back. There you go. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Latinum. Boo. Independent, what the hell are you doing bringing a Starfleet ship here? Have you lost your mind? Quinton, so you thought you could pass me off as a problem to be dealt with by somebody else? Farrell, you Federation scum, you should be dead. And it's about time you were taken into Starfleet custody. I'm sick of dealing with you. This ends today. Independent, if you want to avoid joining him, I suggest you target his ship and help me bring him into custody. Well, I have to because it's a mission, but were it up to me, I'd shoot you for speaking to me like a piece of shit. But there you go. Is what it is. So 55k interceptor. That's, yeah, it's not going to cause us a problem. $487 XP. That'll do nicely. Captain Farrell, Quinton's ship has been disabled. Life signs aboard show that he is still alive. You should be able to beam him into your brig now. Damn this independent traitor. Mark my words, I'll have your head for this. Pipe down, Quinton. Save your breath for the courtroom. Independent, I still don't appreciate your attempt on my life, but this is a step towards making up for it until we meet again. Commander Farrell's ship has jumped into warp and left the system. We should return to Delon with a batch of cybernetic fragments that we were able to acquire from the Orion Syndicate. Go there, do that. Thankfully, it's a little under 2 minutes. And I think we're going to get there. I wonder what that is. Interesting. Wrong button. Still plenty of people doing this mission. And another one there. Nice little, excuse me, TCZ through there. And I've got all the bloody faction hunt missions to do as well after the stream. As well as get some food, as well as have a life. Commander, where have you been? I was beginning to worry that your dealings with the Syndicate had taken a turn for the worst. Please excuse the duration of our incursion. We have successfully bartered a cache of 100 cybernetic fragments from the Syndicate. Damn, apologies, I do not mean to sound ungrateful, but this is everything left over from the wreckage. There will be no more of these to salvage. I'd hoped there would be more. So we're going to donate those. Dylan, during our acquisition of the cache of fragments, we have learned from the Syndicate that may prove intriguing to you. Upon arrival at the wreckage, the Syndicate did not encounter any bodies of the survivors' deceased fellow crew. Are you sure there were others? Commander, please, my eyepiece was not malfunctioning. I know what I saw. There were several bodies of other, all adorned with the same cybernetic enhancements as the survivors. This is troubling. If the Syndicate did not acquire and move the bodies from the wreckage, then who did? Well, this is a line of inquiry that have to be on hold for now. We must get to work straight away. Thank you again. I'll be sure to acknowledge your input in my memoirs. Commander, we are receiving a transmission bearing characteristics of a Romulan signature. It must be Keldina, or whatever the hell you call her name. Seldina? Who knows, who cares? Independent, your technology is now available to be picked up. Meet us there and we'll make an exchange. Do not keep us waiting. Is the hardware ready? Brilliant. Hurry up and retrieve it for me, Commander. I need this technology if we're going to have any hopes of waking the survivor. There was something suspicious about the tone of her voice. We should exercise caution in this matter. Commander, please, I'm sure. He's a man of his word. The longer you sit there, the more time we're wasting unlocking the secrets of the survivors' people. Please hurry. Oh, a full pull of officers. That has piqued my attention. Maybe now we'll get the mythical pike on a full pull, which we're definitely going to get from them 800 recruit tokens. I think the Romulans are going to try and screw us. Because that's what Romulans do. I have to wait 3 minutes to find out, but let's face it, it's gonna happen. At least on the plus side, a lot of my rivals that are also going to be hunting the same level faction ships during the faction hunt event will have gone to bed by the time I start. That should reduce the amount of time I have to spend killing hostiles. Or chasing them at least. We have entered Romulan space and we're trespassing because they hate us. How strong is the hostile going to be? And am I going to have to read the text really quickly? So yeah, that can't hurt us. So there's no need to rush the text. We can read it properly. We have arrived. Please prepare to beam the hardware aboard our ship. It's about time you showed up, although I suppose the delay makes sense considering the distance from here to... What do you mean? You utter fool. Do you really think you can encroach on the operations of Star Empire? Your ship communications have been tapped and traced since you left the outpost. I'm very intrigued about this survivor your associate seems to hold in such high regard. I look forward to studying the cybernetic enhancements that are keeping him alive. I'm off to pay your associate a visit. Goodbye, Independent. Commander, I'm detecting multiple Romulan vessels appearing in the system. They're emerging from Cloak. They must be here. It's an ambush. We do not have much time. We need to stop Selena from reaching the ray shields. And no doubt kill a shit ton of hostiles. Defeat. You know, I'm going to stay around you just because I can't be asked. Latinum. Boo. So he's doing whatever we just did. Or we need to do at least. The Romulan Gladius vessel has been destroyed. We are being targeted by a Centurion. This is a ship that I want. I need a Centurion. It's not fair. Bloody... Imminent threat has been eliminated, however we cannot allow it to... My calculations suggest by pushing our warp drive its limit should be able to intercept an Huber system before she can reach that chap there. Wrong button. Nope, wrong button. This one. Yeah, 2 minutes, not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, 4 people, thanks for sticking with. I think we are now in the final segments of the mission. And I'm quite pleased that the final segment reward is a full pull of Ultra Recruit tokens. Quite nice. I did not expect that. So I need 9,900 Borg points to finish, well, to get to the next segment, and we're only going to pick up 8,000 here. But that being said, I am going to pick up some tokens once I'm offline from the faction hunt. So I should reach the upper up a tier today. And if this event is a month long, and they say that you will be able to do it by grinding the regular missions, that means I can miss a few days if need be. Excuse me. Again, I've got the yawns. Right, let's slap this nasty bitch up in her legionary. Well now, who would have thought your little vessel would be so capable of escaping my guards, let alone catching up with me? Get out of my way, Independent. We will not stop until he acquires a survivor. We must fight. Where? Just annoying. There you are. Goodbye, Legionary. Vessel has been destroyed. However, we cannot be assured that it was the only Romulan with the intel on Dalen's position. We must relocate his laboratory immediately. Ooh, so that, Commander, we should return to remove the Romulan tracking device from our ship while it prepares a laboratory. There's more. There's bloody more. Jesus. Okay, fair play. Let's go. But whilst we're waiting, let's have a little sneaky beaky at these officers. So I don't really care about Borg Chap, I don't give a shit, so I'm going to use this one. And I want a full pull on Pike. Motherfucker, that's one pissy shard. I want 100. It's been rude now. Okay, well, yeah, fair play. Not the worst pull I've ever seen. Not the best, not the worst. Oh, am I there already? I'm detecting multiple signatures in the proximity of Dylan's attempt to contact from the surface of the planet. Opening communications. Commander, thank the maker you're back. If us come over and guns again, they come back and finish them up. Of course, they must have received the intel from the Romulans. The Romulans did what? I was a fool to trust them. Please, my life's work is leading up to this moment. You only discovered it a few minutes ago. How is it your life's work? You can't let this happen. Hold them off. So, what do we have to do? Kill 10 hostiles of level 26 or more. And naturally, all these losers are 24 and 25. So where are we going to find some better Oh, Jesus. There, but... What? What about here? Decent 25s in there. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. kill 10 of these guys, and then no doubt we'll have to go back there and do something else. And that. And all for 2 million par steel. Excuse me. Alright, there's some more 26s in here. Yeah, good. It's just annoying. Ooh. $26, not 25s. There you go, there's another one. I think I'm going to pop that one as well. Hopefully they'll throw a 26 at us next time. Excuse me. Any more 26s after you? Nope. Come on. Where are you? 26s. I have to pop some of the 24s to get the 26s to spawn. Boring. Come on. Come on. 26s. one more after this one. Come on. Spit me out of 26. You know you want to. Last one. I wonder if any of these are over cap. Ooh. 735 units over. Oh, wrong button. And at long last we've finally killed. Hopefully there are no more of those kill X amount of hostiles, because that's just tedious. Do you get bored? Do you not fancy it? Well, this is fun. It appears that the leader of the party encountered Narendra survived the previous battle. Be careful. I'm detecting reinforced hull plating and advanced weaponry on his new ship. That, ugh. I don't think it's going to be a problem in that pile of turd. And neither of all of these ships showing up here either. If two people have it and Barney in it. I don't think whoever that is and whoever that is having fun. Well, they're certainly having a fight. My legs have gone dead. Boom. Please respond. Are you injured? No, I'm fine, but this building is taking a few hits from orbital strikes in the near vicinity. I can't stay here anymore. We just need the ground to take care of a few adjustments. Appears to ambulance plays a tracking device aboard our ship. While we tend to this matter, please prepare your equipment and the survivors' containment. Immediate evacuation course. I'm ready to finish. I know where to go. Ready to depart. Please take me to coordinates sent to you. La da da da. Exactly 3 minutes. Repair speed up's not the worst thing in the world to have. I got as a mission reward a shed ton of speed ups. I wonder what they actually were. What have I got? 2-star, 2-star. Right, so what did I get? I've got 181 hour speed ups. That's not bad. 8 hour speed ups and 4 1-day ones. I've got 240 30 minutes, 800 1 minute speed ups. Yeah, not bad. Apologies if I'm flagging now. It's 10:30 and I've been awake since near 5 o'clock this morning, so not ideal time to be awake for me. Come on, get a wriggle on. So used to coming into the system and just scanning nodes in the desperate hope that someone's either zero or over cap. It's a nice little system to snag a node in, but it doesn't look like anybody has left anything open for me this evening. Never mind. Here we are, Sudan, another one of my little haunts. In my line of work, it pays to have a few safe places tucked away in the depths of the galaxy. I'm eternally grateful to you, Independent. Now I can return to my research. In the survivor, with the last cache of cybernetic fragments you provided, I've gained a significant understanding of the systems keeping this man alive. I may be able to wake him up. Just think of the secrets he will reveal to us. He may be on the verge of revolutionizing the entire field of cybernetic enhancement and augmentation. No, he's not. I will contact you when everything's nearby. You should return home and get some rest. It'll be safe there. Thank you very much, Commander. So our last mission is to return home, and of course we are not going to do that. We are going to do the going home trick. So out you come, and recall you, and boom, the Romulan tracking device taken care of, and Delan now safely relocated to another location. We have done all we can to preserve his research. Delan may be on the verge of a great scientific discovery, Commander. We should be ready to act when he contacts us again. We collect those missions. Implants are still years beyond my understanding. I can only take an educated guess as to the function and purpose of each individual component. However, all is not lost. I have focused the remainder of my efforts into understanding the life support systems contained within the survivor's exoplating. They are, remarkably to say the least, the implants regulating the vital life support systems would allow this man to live and function without nourishment for periods far surpassing the capabilities of an average human. That's why he has survived this entire time. His augmentations have been keeping him alive. However, these components would also require some sort of charging or regenerating capabilities. I do not know how much longer his implants will be able to keep him alive, but I believe I may have the answer to this question. Come to the lab on and I will let you know more. Oh, I thought we were done. I'm so tired. Oh, Borg off. Okay, I can live with that. So it's a good job we know not bugger off home, because now we can just fly here and go, mission accomplished. Thank you for coming. I'm on the verge of reaching the apex of my life's work. I'm glad you could be here to witness it. I have finally gained an understanding on how the survivor provides power to his augmentations. I've observed several unused connection ports at various parts of his exoplating. If my theories are correct, providing the charge to these ports should serve a sufficient regeneration cycle and provide enough power to reawaken his vital support systems. This isn't going to be cheap, Commander. My hardware expunges a significant amount of dilithium in order to generate this charge. Is there any possibility you can provide 247,000 dilithium in order to power the machine to generate the required charge? Now, if I were a player without dilithium, that would be a shit lot of resources. Thankfully, I've got 34 million, so it's not a problem, but still, it would be a pain in the ballsack. Local ionization confirmed. Readings show the ports in the survivor's exoplating are now receiving power. Delan, the survivor's eyepiece has illuminated. He may be waking up. I can barely contain my excitement. Careful now. We mustn't startle our guest. He will not be aware of who we are or where he is. Welcome, my friend. We have endured great hardship to ensure your safety. Please speak to us. Tell us who you are. We are the Borg. I would suggest you secure the containment unit at once. Don't be absurd. This is no way to treat our Borg friend here. Now please, what's your name? You will be assimilated. Assimilated, I don't understand. Do you wish to introduce us to your people, or maybe enlighten us to the ways of your culture? I must insist you step away from the survivor and secure the containment unit at once. Resistance is futile. Delan, do it now. Yes, perhaps you're right. I must say, our friend's demeanour to be slightly unsettling. The containment unit has been secure. Commander, I have no idea what a Borg is, but I intend to find out. Give me some time to speak with our guest. I will contact you again when I find out more about him or his people. And we bag that chap there. 8 units of that. We collect that. And we collect these 8,000 Borg points, 36k dilithium, which I suppose makes up for a slap in the ballsack from the 274,000 that you had to hand over, and 1 rare gas. And we are now... Oh, it's gone. We're done. And we only need 1,900 points to make tier 7 rewards, which will award me even more stuff that I don't... Oh, 18, 1 million par steel net tokens. How many will I have? I don't even know how many I've got. Oh, 100. Oh, holy shit, 114. 1 million pastille tokens. That's it's not bad. I did not know I had that many. Fair enough. And that is the Borg missions done. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I hope you've enjoyed my first live stream. It's the first of many. Now I've got all of the equipment and gear up and running. Wasn't easy or cheap, but it will make up for itself in the joy that I bring to myself and others. Thank you very much for watching this evening and sticking by. If you're not subscribed, mash that button if you like the type of content I make, and I will see you in my next video or my next live stream. Good evening, everyone.